My first place I'm going to hit on.
Oh boy.
Hey there.
Seductive.
Tail O The Pup.
Oh, I've seen pictures of this.
Well, that's all you're going to see. Amusement parks and hot dogs. You can't have one without the other.
Mother. Oh, other. Damn it. I messed it up.
You've heard of the Beverly Center?
Yeah.
You yuppie.
Oh.
Before it was the Beverly Center, it used to be an amusement park called Beverly Park and Playland, a.k.a. Kiddie Land.
Yep.
Not Kiddie Land, kitty, like cats.
Cats?
Not like cats. It wasn't a world of cats.
Oh, why not? Everybody wants to be a kitty. I got that right?
So this Playland, it was opened right there on the corner of Beverly and La Cienega in 1946 by a man named Dave Bradley, who a few years later went on to advise Walt Disney on the rides he was planning to build in his own park.
Really?
Kiddie Land. But that'll be for a future episode, God willing. In June of that same year, 1946, a humble hot dog stand opened up across the street at 311 La Cienega, just down the street from Norm's, mind you, which would open up a decade later, only it actually wasn't so humble of a stand. It was quite brash, as a matter of fact, because it was shaped like a giant hot dog, complete with mustard at that.
Wiener sticking out on both ends.
The nerve.
The nerve. In those times, with those people looking...
Can't you afford a bigger bun? Decency. There's children across the street.
That's why we have blue laws.
That's why we have relish. It was called the Tail O The Pup, which might have been a play on the Tail O The Cock restaurant down the road at 44 La Cienega, which in itself was a play on what they served best, cocktails. Tail O The Cock.
Oh.
Yeah.
This
isn't another blue law.
It's nothing like what I was thinking.
They claimed to be the Tail O The Cock, Tail O The Cock.
You love saying it. The emphasis on that.
On O?
Yep.
Tail O The Cock. They claimed to be the first place in LA to serve margaritas.
Oh, really?
And they were also the place where June Foray met with Jay Ward and Bill Scott to hire her to voice Rocky in the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons at that restaurant.
And they were all drunk on margaritas.
The first margarita was served to June Foray.
What is this?
That's good. Now we need a Bullwinkle. The structure itself of the Tail O The Pup became an LA icon. It's been seen in movies like Body Double and LA Story. It was in the Rockford Files and also in Adam 12.
Oh, Adam 12.
The TV show that inspired Rafael Perez to come to LA to be a cop and make this city a little bit safer. It was designed by Milton Black, who went to the famous Jefferson High School in South Central. The hot dog was 17 feet long and made out of stucco and chicken wire, which is delicious when you grill it. The hot dog was just the front, and attached behind it was just a regular kitchen.
Yeah.
It was originally designed in 1938 and was a great example of what is called programmatic architecture, and that's when a building is designed to look like what it sells, like Randy's Donuts, or what it's named after, like the Brown Derby, or as I call this style, big ridiculousness. It's also called mimetic architecture, as in it mimics.
Oh, okay.
It was a style in response to the growing car culture of LA and the need to grab attention of cars driving by, and was a precursor to Googie.
James M. Cain, who wrote Double Indemnity and The Postman Always Rings Twice, he wrote an article about Los Angeles, like a 12-page, basically like angry letter before there was YouTube. And one of his biggest problems with Los Angeles is that there are these mimetic shops that are like, what kind of place is a pyramid, but it sells like
mummies?
It's a pyramid, but it sells like photography equipment or something like that. Like nothing makes sense around here.
Now a hot dog that sells hot dogs, I can understand. The original owners of Tail O The Pup were a world-famous ballroom dance team from the 30s and 40s called Velos and Yolanda. I don't know which one's the male and which one's the female.
Yolando.
They'd been in a few movies, including The Pride of the Yankees, but apparently they wanted to invest their money in something more stable than show business, and of course, what's more reliable than a hot dog? So since Velos and Yolanda were such celebrities, the grand opening took place with a lot of fanfare, complete with searchlights and everything. They called their hot dogs Pups, and they did good business since they were so close to Beverly Park. All the little kids, I want a hot dog, I want a hot dog, I want a hot dog, I threw up my hot dog, I want another hot dog. Velos and Yolanda sold the pup to a man named Eddie Blake in 1971. Unfortunately, Beverly Park closed down in 1974, so they're still doing fine until in 1982, the Beverly Center was built, and that made things hard for the pup. The land around there got expensive with the brand new mall, and in 1985, the pup had to vacate vacate the premises it had occupied for almost 40 years at that point to make way for the luxury Sofitel Hotel, which is there today. So if you want to squirt some mustard on it.
It's a stray pup.
Call the pound. We got a stray pup. The giant hot dog. After they got
me a giant hot dog.
After they got booted out, the giant hot dog spent a year in a wrecking yard in Alhambra before it found a new location very close by the old one at 329 San Vicente Boulevard. This grand reopening had just as big a fanfare as the first time around, complete with Jay Leno as host of the ceremony.
Cool.
I think he used to work for Conan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. So they managed to keep on churning out pups here for a while until they were forced out once again to make room for a gay and lesbian retirement home in 2005.
It's a puppy butt world, right? Gay and lesbian retirement home?
Yeah. They can't have their retirement homes?
It was just I've never heard those words put together.
What, gay and lesbian? After this was when the dark days that we now live in began. The giant hot dog was moved to a mysterious storage unit in Torrance, presumably next to the Ark of the Covenant. And the address is actually 19106 Normandy if for some reason you want to go there, you freak, where it actually still is. That's where it is. There were talks shortly after they got bumped into storage of relocating into Westwood at Weyburn and Broxton, right where those twin theaters are.
Oh, yeah.
But the Blakes didn't want to sign as long a contract as they were offering, so the deal fell apart. On the plus side, the city named the giant hot dog a cultural landmark in 2006, so the story seems to be over until February 3rd, 2014.
Oh, no.
The giant hot dog is spotted going north on the 405. It's making a break for it. Get a leash on that pup. It was heading towards Las Vegas, where it was going to be restored to all of its original glory, making that yellow mustard into spicy mustard. It seemed to be good news, and there were even rumors that the pup was finally going to find its new home later that year at the Grove, but in the end, the deal didn't work out. So now the Blakes say that the pup will come back once they find the right place for it, and late in 2014, the Blake family announced that the giant hot dog itself and their secret recipes were for sale, so maybe someday in the future, a giant hot dog might be sighted on a 405 near you if you're lucky. For now, the pup rests deep in the mysterious storage units of Torrance.
Nothing comes out of Torrance. Nothing. Except Quentin Tarantino.